Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. Obviously, we had some technical issues there, but that can happen to the best of us. Big director Martin Sonneveld, who's known from Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and The Terminator, has fixed it. So here I am. Looking, I didn't see the teams because I didn't have the screenshot, but anyway, this is looking very well right now. I haven't seen a lot of gameplay, so this is what it is. Right now, looking at Oliver versus Shells, important game for Team Gullit because this could be the win that might secure us the knockout stages for sure. Alexander Arnold here in possession, looking for some space down the wing with Pele is Oliver. Some high pressure applied from Shells. Leaving one-on-one situations right now. CR7 here against Carlos Alberto. I think that is in center back. It looks like Shells is playing the 5-3-2, or is it actually the 5-2-1-2? I think it's the 5-2-1-2. But CR7 here, looking to create some space, well defended by Carlos Alberto. Like I said, playing as an extra center back, but it's a corner kick. And bit shaky goalkeeping there. Pretty bad clearance that is from Shells, not giving away possession straight away. Mbappe here looking for some space. Bruno Fernandes into CR7. CR7 directional bridge. Does get a bit fortunate, but Van der Sar is able to pick it up. And Shells here looking to build up probably. Waiting for his fullbacks to push up, like we can see here. I think the right wing back, I won't be able to tell that, guys, because my screen is so blurry that I can literally see the wig that or like the dreadlocks that Gullit had. And this is a huge chance on a goal for Shells. Bruno Fernandes probably getting forward as an instruction. That was an easy run. Got in between the defenders, and it's just an easy goal for Shells here. Bit of trouble for Oliver. Obviously, trying to build back his confidence of winning the first 3 legs that he played and then losing his last one like yesterday. A bit of a weird croqueta cancel there. Not looking back on his absolute form just yet. He's still a bit cold on that. We're just walking the ball out of play. But Alexander Arnold here for Shells on the right wing back, getting forward. And the thing is, with a 5-back, it's such a defensive, solid formation. But once you get forward, there's actually quite a lot of space down the wing as well as in the center. And this is looking dangerous. Shells it makes it 2-0. CR7 with the scoop turn and the goal. And this is not looking too well for us unbiased Team Gullit members. Tough one. But for sure, Oliver has scored quite some goals in the Club World Cup thus far, so hopefully he can start doing that so he can claw his way back in this game. And my screen just froze here for a second. I can't see anything, and I think I'm not sure. I'm seeing Oliver's reaction. Yep. technical issues is not a thing in FIFA esports, so this is completely out of the blue. Yeah, like we can see here, Bruno Fernandes just, it's an L1 pass into CR7, and yeah, it's a bit too easy for my liking there that Bruno just gets the space. This is a little bit fortunate there for Shells, passing it through the legs of the defender. And yeah, then it's just a good finish from CR7 after the scoop turn, obviously. But Shells woke up dangerous today. Yeah, for real. For real. He did. And City player, but has Bruno lol. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you use Team of the Year Bruno, especially if you play three midfielders? I think I would, even though he plays for the rivals. But it's quite a heavy job waiting ahead for Oliver, being 2-0 down in the first leg. Obviously, like I said, we probably need like 3 points in order to make sure that you reach the knockouts. But there's still a couple legs to go, obviously, for that. But this one is going to be a very tough one in order to collect those 3 points. And meanwhile, obviously, we're waiting here for them to set the match up once again. What was it, like the 30th minute? And here I'm seeing a PS5. Shells is playing on the next gen. It's being one of the lucky people to get the PS5, I guess. But SDK MJ, I'm good. How are you? Where is the Romanian infestation already going on? I see Cosmin there. That's good. That's Romania, Team Romania. Rasvan is obviously up next against the Ryan Pessoa. Great player as well. It's we tried to set up a dual commentary with the mighty Swedish Olelito, but unfortunately we couldn't get it to work yet. Maybe for the next games or something. But yeah, right now we could use a bit of a spark from Oliver in order to get back into this game. Don't forget to like this video, and surely if you're not subscribed yet, you would want to subscribe, because there's some great content coming up. Especially tomorrow we have a solid video coming up of Levy's final versus Tom, and obviously hopefully the knockouts of Team Gullit live stream as well. We will let you know through our social media what time that starts, and hopefully this time we can get it right. Anyway, Oliver here in the attack. Alexander Arnold probably playing 4-3-1-2 or 4-1-2-1-2 now, I think, judging by what we usually tell the players. Tries to go for the first time fake shot there into a striker, but doesn't manage to get the ball quite yet to his strikers. And this is a great tackle from Van Dijk. Important tackle. This is a bit too rushy from Oliver. Needs to take his time, not lose possession so early. Makes a rough challenge there with CR7 getting a yellow. And it's Vieira here building up for Shells. Shells is obviously just gonna play slow down the game, play not too many risky passes. Although here Cruyff R9, that's a bit unfortunate there for Shells. Looked like that pass should have gone through, but Oliver's just having a lot of trouble right now in order to get his build-up right. And Shell's probably looking to close this game out, maybe getting a third goal in. It's Alexander Arnold here just waiting down the wing, and he's obviously going to wait for that extra striker to make the run. Tries to find it there, but good interception from Oliver now, and Oliver needs to make something of this attack right now in order to gain some confidence. He needs to get a dangerous attack going here. It's almost the 45th minute. Obviously, we restarted the game, so CR7 here, or it's Bruno Fernandes into R9. R9 looking for some space, back to Gullit. Mbappe just searching for some space in the box. Gullit here, maybe he can find R9 or Pele. It's just so full there. CR7, first time fake shot, step overs, doesn't really keep onto the ball. Pele tries to find the extra pass to R9, but I think right now what Oliver should be told is that He needs to take a little bit more risks, just do some first-time stuff, maybe shoot a bit from distance, try and get a finesse with Pele or R9 from the edge of the box in order to just force some fortune going his way even. Looking at some tactical changes from Shells. Having his strikers on balanced mix attack. He's playing 4-3-1-2 actually, or is that his main setup? That is actually his formation. Okay. I think he has Vieira then on like drop between defenders. I didn't catch that there, but it looked like a 5-back. So it's actually interesting to see. Shells obviously putting on overload for that last attack. Very smart. Obviously, a very experienced player is Shells. FIFA 17 become a world champion. Well, yeah, I think we can call that a world champion back then. Grabbing a lot of cash, and Shells has been a veteran in the scene for quite a while. Obviously, this is still Oliver's first tournament, second day of the tournament though, so hopefully he's not that nervous anymore. But definitely he didn't look nervous yesterday. And there has been a voice chat communication failure, so that might throw Shells off, which is very fortunate for Oliver, as Shells completely has lost his mind right now. You can clearly see that. Davies here looking to build up, but that might go through. R9 is still fighting, gets it. Okay, Mbappe trying to find Gullit, but then again, it's good defending from Shells. He's not giving Oliver any space or any rhythm to work with. And it does look like Shells didn't get affected too much by that voice chat communication failure. Davies here, though, with the ball roll inside. Bruno Fernandes trying to defend him. This is what Oliver needs to do. He needs to put pressure on those fullbacks with the RCM and the LCM, which he does quite well now. And Bruno is actually in some space. There should be some space opening up on the left-hand side right now. R9, there is Mbappe. Where is Davies? Davies is not committing the overlap. Maybe he should put on attacking fullbacks. It's a bridge. That's a good pass. That is a goal. That is a goal. That is a goal. Okay. We're all back in it. Let's go, Oliver Roberts. He definitely needed one. If he hit that post and he wouldn't get the rebound, I think he would have been very, very upset with that. Surely I would have been, but it's an annoying camera angle. This is Shells' camera angle, Mike Sanel. I can't help it. I really can't. But here, R9 in position around the box for Shells, and Oliver will definitely be happy to take a draw for this leg. Trying to claw his way back into the game slowly but surely. Carlos Alberto here, and Shells is looking a little bit more hesitant in the attack than he was definitely in the first half, but here might open up a chance. That is a fortunate bounce. What can you do sometimes? What can you literally do? And Oliver, you can see the emotion. Needs to try and find his focus back again. Like, can't be laughing about those chances. But it's a silly goal to concede, obviously. And Oliver now losing possession quite easily again. Oliver definitely not starting like he was yesterday. Shells obviously not the worst player either. Shells is a great player and obviously a tough opponent, but you wouldn't want to be down 3-1 already. 69th minute, Pele here. Great tackle from Vieira. And Oliver needs to definitely adjust his tactics right now. Need to make some switches. Maybe go free at the back. It's lagging right now for me. I don't know if it is for them as well. But probably need to go with a free at the back formation. We saw Rasvan do it yesterday. And CO7 here is on. Does get a bit fortunate, but it's just not enough. Alexander Arnold can recover in time. Here we see the pressure. Needs to win this aerial duel. It does kind of with Davies here. Good pass. Oh, that is too rushed. That is too rushed. If you're taking the touch, I think Pele was like in inches of space there. and he decides to make the first time pass which does get intercepted by Shells, and it's looking like a tough one here. 15 minutes in game to go. That's likely to be maximum of 3 attacks, so it is possible, but needs to force Shells into some mistakes. And if I was coaching Oliver right now, I would have said, like, just kick the ball out of play, and there we go. 12 minutes on the clock with some extra time, but the extra time isn't the most in this year's FIFA. It's usually a minute or maximum 2 minutes. And Oliver needs to push with everything he has. Likely to see a 3 at the back formation with constant pressure and fast build-up. And as we can see, Shells instructing everyone to stay back, come back, and he's gonna shut up shop. But it's a very good goal, good leg, I should say, from Shells here. Getting a bit fortunate in that last goal, but apart from that, has been playing defensively quite well and started off really hot. So up next, obviously, in a couple minutes after this game has finished, we will have Ryan versus Razvan. And hopefully we can at least get the 3 points split together, split between, I should say, Manchester City and Team Gullit. But this isn't over yet. Let's see what Oliver can do. And that should be possession for Team Gullit, I wanted to say, but apparently it isn't. We need VAR, and this is just, Shells is just shielding, using the L2 button, and just being very annoying right now, but this is what you have to do in order to win your games. Can't blame Shells to do that, but it's very frustrating for Oliver, obviously. Here he does retrieve possession, and now he needs to make something of this attack. He can't really play too slow, but he also can't really rush it. And here comes Davies with the heel to heel. That's good. Pele here in some space, gets to R9. Those for the third time, or CR7 actually that was, but went for the first time shot and didn't get the fortunate bounce this time. And now, unfortunately, this is looking dangerous for Shells. Is he gonna go kill the game? Yeah, that's a rough foul. Don't think there will be enough time. Maldini just only getting a yellow card for that. But yeah, Shells is just playing it well. Just pushing to the byline, continuously forcing the ball out of play or just in an annoying position for Oliver to work with. And yeah, well defended again by Shells. Passing it backwards to his keeper, and he's just gonna sit out the time. And unfortunately, it's a 3-1 loss for Oliver. Unless Shells is going to try to make it 4-1 here, which he is trying to. Ball scooped her into R9. It's a rough challenge again by Oliver. You can just tell that he's very frustrated right now. It definitely needs to be calmed down right now. And that was an ambitious effort from Shells there. You can see smiles on his face that he just wanted to try something. But it's a GG's to Shells. Obviously, he played well. And it's a bit unfortunate for Oliver in this game. Could have gone either way. If you've seen the chances that were created, but Shells was just a little bit more careful in possession, you could say. 61% possession as well for Shells. That is in a BO1, like I said yesterday. You just usually when you have the best of the possession, it is likely that you are going to be winning. That's just the way it works. And yeah, this is just, yeah, it's so unfortunate, but that's what happens. If you like jockey back and somebody passes it into your defender straight away, still trying to take the touch. But Shells played very well. So up next, Razvan Puyo versus Ryan Puso. I want to see some more thumbs up, guys. Like, we're on 43 right now. We can easily get to 50. I see 115 people if you're watching it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, obviously. It's almost near 10K, and we can definitely use you guys. as support for the channel, because we will have some great tutorials and videos coming up as well as some future live streams of these tournaments. Hopefully we can see the FIFA and EA do this more often. We can provide you guys our own games as well. we're seeing Carlos Alberto being used as well as Alexander-Arnold. I'm expecting the 4-3-1-2 or 5-back once again. And Zidane here was together with Gullit, together with Bruno, CR7 and R9 up top. So it's looking like a 5-back. It has to be with a triple midfield of Gullit, Zidane, Bruno Fernandes, Vieira at the center back, as well as the guys that are defending with Van Dijk and Carlos Alberto. And I have kind of lost what I was saying. But anyway, we started. First minute, second leg, I should say. Razvan in possession here, looking to pull back Team Gullit in this matchup versus Manchester City. Bruno Fernandes here down the wing. Obviously, formation isn't quite set up yet because of the okay, I think my mic dropped there for a second, but I was saying something. Doesn't matter. Gullit here in possession. CR7 here with the cancels. Roqueta cancels. That is looking quite dangerous from Razvan. Looking in a decent groove here. Just performing his skills to whatever extent he can. And it's a good defensive play from Gullit there for Ryan. Collecting the ball. Looking for a build-up right now, and it's actually... I can't make anything of this from it. Yeah, it's definitely 5-back. It has to be. Right now, you can see Alexander-Arnold and Davies being pushed up the pitch pretty high. That's a bad touch from Gullit, but he does get it. But then again, just Mbappe collecting the ball easily there. Does try to force the through ball into R9. Doesn't quite get it, though. Now I can finally see the Romanian flag put into hearts. And needs a bit more support, guys. Support your homeboy. Support your Romanian stallion in Razvan Puiu. Here comes Zinedine Zidane for Ryan, trying to force his way through. Gets a bit fortunate on the first bounce. Does put a couple good Croqueta cancels. Danger, danger, danger. Really important block there. Van der Sar just collecting the pass, but couldn't quite catch it. And it's a very dangerous rebound there, but a great block there, I think, from Alexander-Arnold or Carlos Alberto, I think. It's Carlos Alberto for sure. In possession here for Razvan. Mbappe strolling down the wing, trying to find a pass to the inside. CR7 here with directional bridge doesn't quite work out as intended. Loses the ball, and here it is Carlos Alberto building up again to Zidane, to Van Dijk, and that's a big commitment there from Razvan with his Davies, allowing some space in behind. Alexander-Arnold here, what can he do? Probably looking for a pass in on the inside. Does reach Gullit here. Gullit in some dangerous space here, some directional bridge, and this is good from Ryan, but does turn the wrong way into Razvan, who is there just in time to prevent, but this is risky. This should be a goal. Yep. Razvan making a bad pass on his own half. That does get collected by Ryan, and it's just an easy pass to R9, to CR7, and it's 1-0. Can't give up those chances to people at this level. It's very tough right now for Razvan and Oliver, getting behind in their first game of the day as well. And we'll have to see what they are made of in order if they can complete the comeback right now. In this case for Razvan. Bruno Fernandes trying to put the play down to the wingbacks. Is Razvan attacking fullbacks turned on, and I think we're going to see a narrow formation being used from Razvan, 4-3-1-2 or the 4-1-2-1-2. Here finds a pass to Carlos Alberto, and this is what Razvan needs to be doing. He needs to be aggressive in the attack, but like just searching for passes that are not too risky. And here we go. Another through ball, but it does get intercepted now. And here is Bruno Fernandes trying to find some space, but this is what the 5-back does offer you in case for Ryan. It's very solid in defense, but here's some space down the wing. Carlos Alberto trying for R1 cross. Does not quite reach the target as intended. But here we can see Razvan is trying to up the pace a little bit and is trying to get into his rhythm. Can be very dangerous going forward. And Bruno Fernandes here, Croqueta Cancel, does find some space. Mbappe, that's a brilliant ball roll scoop turn. And that's a great goal from Razvan. And you can see Ryan there. I could just tell, I know Ryan a bit, and he's like, shit, you know? And he's like, okay, that was fast. I need to slow this down. And Razvan does feel that goal there. That was a great ball roll scoop turn. Could have even passed it maybe to R9, but it's a great finish from Team of the Year, Mbappe. And this is what we need for Team Gullit in general. Just a little sparkle of hope, because you don't want to go consecutive losing 4 games individually, both, and not racking up any points in this matchup against Manchester City. It's a great goal. And now Alexander Arnold down the wing. Zidane, great interception from our big boy Ruud Gullit, making it down the wing to Bruno Fernandes. Directional bridge, doesn't really make any of that, but walks into a bit of space. And here you can see how aggressive this formation is with attacking fullbacks right now. And Gullit trying to find a pass. Maybe could have played Mbappe there. Does try CR7 here. There's some space. And Razvan again with the ball roll scoop turn. And it's just working wonders for him. What a goal again from Razvan. Just staying so composed in the box, waiting for the right time to perform his skill move. Ball roll scoop turn once again. The Olly special as instructed at the latest broadcast of the EA Global Series qualifier. He is the mastermind himself, teaching Razvan probably how that works. Olly, not just taking it too far right now. But this is a great comeback from Razvan right now, and that's where you can definitely see the 4-3-1-2 countering the 5 at the back right now. Maybe this is already hinting at a video coming up next week. But yeah, again, Ryan is now put on strings, and he's looking to crawl his way back into this half, because once you concede 2 goals in such a short amount of time, you're definitely slowing down a bit and trying to get back into this game slowly but surely, because Razvan is up on a different engine right now. But it's the 45th minute, going for the last attack. Zidane here, trying to reach R9, does waste the ball there, but there's no time for another attack for Razvan. And as we can see here, 51% possession for Razvan against 49 for Ryan. 2 shots on target, both of them. And it's just very clinical from Razvan here. And looking to keep this lead is Razvan. I wonder if he's going to stick with the 4-1-2-1-2 with aggressive fullbacks, obviously attacking fullbacks. Might give up some space on the counter-attack, but also it's been working wonders for him, scoring 2 goals. It's always a tough decision because you're always on 2 different mindsets. Like, do you want to just keep the lead and not give the ball away that much, or do you want to keep extending the lead? And I know for sure what Razvan likes to do. But we'll see what he can do in the second half, which Ryan has kicked off. Searching again for those wingbacks to get into dangerous position, dragging Razvan's defense out of position like he does here. The right back has to commit either his RCM or right back into the left wing back of Ryan, that is. Zidane here gets an L1 speed boost, and this is looking dangerous, but he couldn't quite find the pass. And this is a very risky pass from Razvan. I don't know what he intended right there. Losing the ball again on his own half, but it's not punished this time. Maldini with the interception. And R9 now can start working on an attack for Razvan. We see the player lock here. Does try to force it, and then again, just forcing it into Gullit. You don't want to pass anywhere near those long legs of Ruud Gullit. Gullit here for Ryan, reaching 0-7. This is a nice play from Ryan. Bit of back heel. Davies here, accelerate face shot. Doesn't quite make the pass as intended, I think. Here's a corner kick, though. Easy catch. Fortunately for Van der Sar. CR7 there on the near post is always dangerous. Van der Sar here with a great kick. That is from VDS. Reaching Pele here. Pele in some space, trying to search for a pass. It does find it with Carlos Alberto. Player lock. Doesn't quite work, it looks like, but there's some bounces, and this is great play from Ryan. That was very good, and now it's instantly a 3-on-2 situation. This is very tough for Razvan, but it looks like he did well there, forcing Ryan a bit back. This is a very assisted battle. Incredible tackle from... Oh, it was actually offside as well. Incredible tackle from Virgil as well. Just very well defended from Razvan there. And he does find a through ball here. Pele down the wing. Pele on the inside. Mbappe. Mbappe with a directional bridge. This is Razvan again. This is great. This is Razvan. This is Razvan Puyu. Que golazo de Razvan Puyu. And it's CR7 just calling for someone. I don't know who, but he is calling for someone to put his name on the score sheet once again. And it's a great goal from Razvan. He's been searching for that L1, the lofted cross into CR7 quite some time. And we can see here 4-2-4 actually it is from Ryan Pessoa. Constant pressure applied as well. So we're probably going to see one more goal in this fixture, but hopefully it will be on Razvan's side. There will be some definite space down the wings with the 4-2-4, and it's very good looking for Team Gullit right now. If they collect those 3 points, we should be through to the knockout stages. So that's why Mike Sanel. I'm quite excited right now, and I can't even handle it anymore. It's unreal from the Romanian, and I'm just waiting on a big finesse shot that to go in, so I can do my best Brandon Smith imitation, right? But sure, Ololita will approve. 63rd minute, 27 minutes to go. Constant pressure, like I said, likely incoming from Ryan there. I'm not really sure, but I think Manchester City have to sit out the last game. So they're up against Leipzig after this. Like I said before, in case you missed it, we're going to be viewing the Manchester City game versus Leipzig also here on the stream. Interesting bench, by the way. Obviously, Ryan, known Arsenal supporter. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that because he plays for City, but it's pretty known. And he does have Bukayo there on the bench, and Serginho Dest actually. But yeah, it's pretty difficult right now for Ryan trying to force his way back into this game. He's gonna have to apply the pressure, like I said, with the constant pressure 4-2-4 formation. He's likely going to switch to that because I think Manchester City do need at least a point, because after going into a pretty tough game against Leipzig, against Umut and their Gaucho, we're fighting for the top 4 spots, both teams, which will be crucial. And it's obviously very tense if you have to sit back there in the last round and sit out and see what your opponents have to do in order to put you through. Here, Razvan forcing a through ball. I bet you that Timo will be right now telling Razvan to just slow the game down, walk into the spaces, and don't force anything. Because here's Ryan getting some space, and it's a great dribble and a great goal from Ryan Pessoa there with Mbappe. And that's why you can see this is a classic mistake again, just forcing it when you're up and getting countered. Needs to make a little bit more. Needs to take a little bit more care into his own possession. But here is Razvan going through with Davies. Davies is and again, it's just, what is Razvan? Razvan is changing the meta right now. He's just putting in L1 crosses, and it's just finding the back of the net. He's got manual heading on point. I do have to adjust that into his training schedule. What a player, this guy. Oh, Razvan. It always, like, I always sit there, watch Razvan, and I'm like, I would have never done this, but he always makes it work. Great play there from Razvan. Immediately answering back, getting that 2-goal cushion, which is very important. Obviously, in these latter stages of the game, 75th minute, Ryan Pessoa in possession, Bruno Fernandes on the midfield, and if he wasn't already, we're gonna see 4-2-4 from Ryan. And here we go again. Messi's being subbed on. He was already on the pitch, I believe, in the previous sequence. But R9 here, just running down the byline, getting fortunate with the tackle there that it goes out wide, keeping possession for Razvan. Bruno Fernandes into Gullit. Needs to... finds a brilliant pass, though, down the wing. And now this will allow Razvan to at least get another minute off the clock, I should say. Just dancing with Carlos Alberto into Pele. Drops the shoulder. Just dancing around with Zidane. Nah, Razvan, don't do it to him, man. Ryan is a good guy. You have to keep him alive. Bruno Fernandes. Big save from Van der Sar. And it does look like Ryan was still stuck with the 4-3-1-2. And now he does switch to the 4-2-4, constant pressure. Alexander Arnold being subbed off. Pele is being subbed in. Also seeing Sean Kleiber there on the bench. Very, very interesting bench that is, Mr. Pessoa. But aggressive interceptions being put on as well on his strikers. Actually interesting to see. I don't know if that really does work. But why not, right? You have constant pressure on. Putting aggressive interceptions is not really something that I've been seeing much results of, but sure, Ryan has tested this before. Here he goes. Puts on team press as well in game. Oh, that was interesting. One directional bridge, and I think I saw like 7 players commit forward. Not that I'm complaining, but interesting for sure. 5-2 to Razvan. Razvan clutching it up for Team Gullit, surely on to the knockout stages. And that means that we can just sit back, relax, and enjoy versus Manchester, the Leipzig game versus Manchester City. Does get a goal back here, though. Does Ryan. It's only 5 minutes left, though. I can't really see a comeback from happening. But I've seen worse things happening. You can see Ryan is just a little upset with that, just knowing that he probably gave away that last goal a little bit too easy. I don't know if he pressed offside trap. It didn't look like it because I saw we are taking a look at his perspective and I didn't see it pop up. But Razvan here, now all he has to do is not lose the ball straight away from kickoff twice. And he doesn't right now. He almost did, but goes out for a throw-in. And, does lose it here, though. And you can see Razvan a little bit nervous, maybe. Doesn't want to throw away this 2-goal cushion, obviously. 88th minute, Carlos Alberto in possession here. Trying to search for Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes fights Gullit. Bruno Fernandes. Ryan Pessoa. Nah, he's not going to make it. And this should be GG's then, because there's no way that Ryan is going to score 2 more. Look at that. Look at Razvan. Sticking the tongue out even. What a guy. This guy is just really, really excited, I think. Team Gullit looking for sure to go on through the knockout stages, securing 5K as well together. 2.5K each, I think. And Pele here looking to get another goal for Ryan. Their goal difference might be very important, though. Mbappe here, CR7 into Gullit, into Mbappe, doesn't find it. Does get a fortunate bounce here, though. Very, very good. And Razvan is very happy with that. Look at that. Shouting. Sticking the tongue out. What a guy. But obviously, it's understandable. The guy is very excited to reach the knockout stages in his first ever tournament for these 2 players, like I said before. Great goal scored by Razvan. And it's funny because it was the same recipe twice. We saw the ball roll scoop turn We saw a L1 cross into CR7 and into Mbappe. That last goal was a bit different though. Just one directional bridge, breaking away from like 7 defenders who pushed forward. But anyway, I think in about 10 minutes or so, we should be seeing the Manchester City versus Leipzig game. And yeah, I will catch you guys in like 10 minutes or so. Go grab a drink, grab something to eat, and just like we always say, sit back, relax, and enjoy. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys, and leave a thumbs up on this video if you're enjoying the stream. I see Ovi there in the chat as well. The Romanians are in full force again. Love you guys. See you in a bit. All right, and so right back here with the live coverage of our group. In this case, Team Gullit is sitting out one round, as we all have to sit out one round in the group stages. So we're going to be watching Umut here versus Shells from Shells' perspective. Umut actually using Smeichel in goal, as we can see there. New card actually that we haven't seen before, I think, in this tournament yet. But apart from that, not really surprising choices, actually, I should say. And we've kicked off. I don't know if Martin can hear me, but maybe he could turn down the game sound a little bit from the footage that we are collecting from Shells here. This time, no cameras, guys. We're just collecting the gameplay right now. And like I said, Team Gullit looked to be through on to the knockout stages, but in some really unlikely scenario, they could end up on like maybe a draw with another team, but then goal difference comes into play and it's likely that they are through. But these two teams, they need the points right now because there's been some surprising results, at least to say. Nom Esports beating Genoa, who were one of the top contenders in the group right now, Genoa, with 11 points, and Nom only on 4 points. But they collected both legs, collected 3 points, making it 6 for Nom, and being on 10 points right now. And that all of a sudden puts them only 1 point behind Genoa. So that's how quick it can go. Naisat and Olly, as he is called, woke up feeling dangerous today. And here we can see the first attack from Umut in this matchup against Shells. Shells obviously started off the day really well, beating Oliver 3-1. And Umut here, I don't know. I think Leipzig, this is their first game of the day, obviously, playing against Team Gullit after this one. And here we go. It is CR7. With the combination with the Bruno Fernandes, the Portuguese connection not working there quite yet for Umut. Umut, great player, obviously, playing for Leipzig, and still a young player, but obviously winning the PS4 final last year in Atlanta as well, wasn't it? Didn't he play for us, Ola? My brain sometimes lets me down, my memory. But I think it was in Atlanta versus Ola. And here we can already see a goal coming through. And I think my voice is a bit delayed right now, but it should be fine. Also watching a different screen there for a second. But that was a good goal there from Umut. Virgil here in position 4. Manchester City, his own player Shells. Shells having to bounce back now. Hasn't been in this scenario today as of yet. He obviously got in front against Oliver 2-0. So now is not in the driver's seat anymore. But he's the one chasing down Umut in this game. R9 finds the pass to Gullit. Tries to get a hit to you off there maybe. But doesn't really make it work. And here we can see one of Umut's through balls maybe happening, but it didn't. Passes it back to Carlos Alberto. Bruno Fernandes. 07 R9, just quick football, quick passing. Is a risky pass though. Now you can see a quick counter attack maybe coming from Shells. Waiting for the overlapping run from Bruno. Allowing some space for Cruyff. Cruyff into Gullit. Might involve Davies here. But then it's already quite stuck here. Now he has to try his best to reach the striker. Does find so. Cruyff into CR7. The touch is just a little off there. And it's Michael easily collecting that one. And like you can see, Umut here will do probably whatever it takes to secure these 3 points, although it's quite early, taking his time with goal kicks and stuff. Every little bit helps. So here in attack is Shells again, trying to search for some space, involving his wing backs with this 4-3-1-2 that he was actually using. I thought it was 5 back at first, but it's actually 4-3-1-2. And Davies here, cutting it back to Vieira. Vieira in the middle of the pitch, trying to find some space. Does find Cruyff here. First time fake shot, trying a directional bridge, doesn't quite work. Twisting and turning. Gullit is there in space. And it was a bit weird there. Looked like Gullit stopped running there for a split second, just not being able to get into the shooting position just in time. That was a bit unfortunate there for Shells, not gonna lie. Rasvan in the chat, obviously doing well in that last game, was Razzy Puyu, the big boy, the legend, Romanian Capra. But here again, Umut building up. R9 and Gullit just trying to find some space. Is Umut finds it there down the wing. Mbappe, Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is playing it into R9, and that's a great goal from Umut. We see a lot of German competitors looking for that. He just triggers. He's just playing around the box with his midfielders or whoever gets into that position. Twists and turns, then triggers the run from one of the strikers, plays it into it, and then first time fake shot, and it's a que golazo, the R9. And that is my greatest of French right there for you guys. And 2-0 to Manchester, to Red Bull Leipzig in this first leg. Manchester City in a bit of trouble here, I think. I'm not sure if they can make it if they collect only maximum 3 points here in this matchup. I think they will need to be blessed with some draws then. Shells and Ryan on their back foot right now. Only Shells that can do something about it as we speaking. But here's Umut once again, directional bridge with R9, ball roll, and it's just brilliant from Umut, man. It's just brilliant attacking play from Umut. And yeah, Shells here having a tough one, very clinical. 3 goals, 3 shots, or 3 shots, 3 shots on target, 3 goals. And just before halftime, and that's where we can see once again how important it is to keep possession in that last attack. You just don't want to go also into halftime having just conceded, especially if you're 2-0 down. 3-0 is always worse than 2-0, obviously. No big brain involved into thinking that, but it's a tough one for Shells, as he probably knows that he needs something. But is that Mbappe as a center back? I hope that is his balance position, that Mbappe does get changed into the right spot right now. But I'm also seeing here, yeah, okay, Bruno Fernandes, he's making the switch. I think somebody, if not himself, saw it as well, fortunately for Shells. But it's going to be a really, really tough task for Shells to get back into points in this. Umut, obviously a great player, like I said before. Haven't heard too much of him this year yet, but I'm not. I'm mostly follow the Xbox scene, obviously. But it's not been into the likes of the top 10 as of yet, I think, in the qualifiers. But here, Umut, though, big chance. What a save. Keeping Shells maybe in this one. Or at least this one. Bruno Fernandes here. Playing the pass to R9. R9 finding Pelé. There's space in the box, but it does get intercepted, that one, by I think it was Alexander Arnold. or Maldini even. But that is, you can just see Shells is just struggling to get any of any flow going forward. It's just been very tough for him as of yet. R9 here for Shells, trying to find some space down the wing with Cruyff. Interesting choice as well from Shells, playing Cruyff. Obviously a great player, no doubt in that. But it's not the most commonly used by all these competitors. Pierre here, and it's just a pass that can't really make it fully out of a pretty much 180-degree pass. And Mbappe here, and that should be a 4-0. Oh my word. Yeah, 96 R9. Letting Umut down there for a second. I think he should have taken the touch though, but yeah. You just expect R9 to finish that one, obviously, but would have taken the touch for sure in that occasion. Gullit here. And once again, Umut he's reaching a striker with such ease, and obviously very dangerous in these one-on-one situations. But then again, it's well defended right now from Shells. Getting a bit lucky right now with 2 big chances in the second half already for Umut, not extending the lead to 4. So let's see if Shells can get one back right here with CR7, the edge of the box. Just I think the balls could turn into someone of that we know very well. Bruno Fernandes, Mbappe, accelerates fake shot, balls could turn, doesn't get the call. It's a risky pass from Umut once again, but does play out well right now. And here is some opportunity for him to counter-attack as the pressure is coming in. That's a great ball into Pele. Pele has R9 open, I think. If he player locks, maybe he doesn't. Loses the ball. It's quite sloppy there from Umut. Could have done way more with that. Now it's Shells once again pushing forward with CR7 here. CR7 L2 fake shot tries to reach Bruno Fernandes, but it's well read by Umut. And we're back and forth right now. In the 70th minute, Umut obviously going to try and slow things down, not lose the ball in the riskiest of positions. Does play a good ball here on CR7. I think Bruno should be on for R1 cross, and yeah. Can we just come to the conclusion that this was the actual Bruno Fernandes, that he can only score penalties? Because that one, like, how do you miss that? Oh my god. Umut is probably right now just laughing a little bit, laughing it away, the pain of missing those chances. It's 3-0 up anyway, but what a game he's having right now. And this is a great ball again to CR7 now. There is the 4-0. Umut absolutely playing out of his mind right now. Could have been 6-7-0 maybe even. Completely shutting down Shells here. Is the man from Red Bull Leipzig. Scoring some great goals. Being very inefficient in the second half. Was very efficient in the first one. But here again, just finds a through ball. CR7 finds the L1 through ball. Doesn't quite reach R9 though. Davies here. And like I said, the goal difference could be important for City, so this isn't ideal. But you can't blame Shells going for the pressure, trying to get back into the game. Quite natural that you don't want to not have tried it, but also if you're looking at the goal difference, it could be very, very important. And this is a great attack, man, from Umut once again. You can just see that Umut is feeling it right now, making first-time passes and heel to heel into R9. It's 5-0. It's a heavy one for Shells right now. And yeah, what do you do now if you're Shells? Do you still try to get one back for the goal difference, or would you still applying pressure? And it could be looking at 6-0 here if Umut finds the through ball. Chooses not to right now. Might just play it out right now. One more last attack for Shells. If he can get this to work. Alexander Arnold down the wing. With Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. And this should be game. Maybe with one more opportunity. He does find Pele here, and it's going to be 6. It surely is going to be 6. R9 is not really walking, though. Pele still gets the ball rolled past. 6-0. Umut. An absolute masterclass. R9 taking the ball home. And I think Oliver should be watching. Oliver has a pretty heavy task coming up against Umut because Umut is on fire as we speak. Great goal, and this is what I mean. This was just, he triggers the striker, puts a first-time fake shot on the inside, and it's so hard to predict which way somebody's going with that first-time fake shot if they are using R9. You can go either foot, and it is very, very tough to defend, like I said. It's only 6-0, somebody's saying. I'm just watching at a black screen right now, so I think we are going to switch to the coverage again, and we'll be back in a second. Test. Can you guys hear me once again? And unfortunately, I have not the best of news, as CR7 just put one past Oliver for Umut. Oliver looking very strong. But, okay, I got confirmed that you guys can hear me, so we're back on air. Previous to the game, obviously, I was not commentating, but now it's finally working again. And unfortunately, after a pretty even start, Umut here has broken the deadlock in with CR7 getting the first goal. It's just obviously not great for Oliver. Oliver really looking like another self, or like another version of himself, I should say, compared to last day, where the first day he collected 9 points for Team Gullit out of the 12 that he could get, but now he is losing once again, and mentally very challenging, obviously, because you are fighting for your teammate as well. Does try to reverse Elastico there, but can't really get it past Umut. Umut playing very well today for sure. Like I said before, and we've seen before, beating Shell 6-0. So Umut is in great form right now. Very tough to stop at the moment. And here is CR7 trying to reach R9 again, and we could see the same trick there. Trying to trigger R9 on the last second before he makes a pass to create a little bit of space, dragging away the defender. And you can see there one shot on target for Umut and 0 for Oliver. Very cagey affair. But the German just managing to get one chance and immediately converting that. He's been clinical in the first half against Chelsea as well. I think if I remember correctly, he had like 3 shots, 3 on target, 3 goals. So, yeah, it's obviously a tough one. But I can confirm that, like I was telling to the air when nobody could hear me, that Team Gullit are for sure tomorrow in the Club World Cup knockout stages, which will be starting at the same time today, or at the same time as today. Not an hour early, we will start streaming. No, we will be streaming at 3:30 p.m. GMT tomorrow, the quarterfinal. But like I said, but you guys couldn't hear, I was about to say, like I said, there will be an indefinite opponent because we are waiting on these seedings. So we can't really say about what matchup we have just of yet. Have to wait for that, but just stay tuned on our socials for the information. And I was just searching for words a little bit, but I'm just gonna commentate about the gameplay again, I should say. And this is what I'm saying. It's getting late in the evening. It's actually early in the evening, but it's getting late. I woke up early today, and we're just gonna talk about Gullit here in possession for Umut, passing to R9, and it actually gets there, and it's 2-0. Umut with the classic through ball. And it's not looking good today for Oliver, unfortunately. Been really struggling getting something offensively going. And it's just it looks so easy when R9 is making that run. And it's a wonderful pass from the big man himself. But Oliver here on the left side, trying to finally get something to work here from Davies into Gullit now. Gullit twisting, turning, Pele. Maybe could look for R9 here. Directional bridge, he tried it. Could have done maybe a heel to heel or something in order to just create a little bit of space for another pass, but it's great defending there from Umut and an immediate counter. Pele here dragging Van Dijk out of position, or Maldini, I should say. It's Mbappe here, just chasing down Carlos Alberto. Just twisting and turning is Umut. Just dragging, waiting for Oliver to drag his players out of position, obviously. But Oliver is just keeping composed. Knows that there's still 30 minutes to go, which might sound like not a lot, but once you get that first goal pass, can go real quickly. But Umut is in definite control of this game. Looking very well right now. The directional bridge does get defended here. Fernandez to Mbappe. Mbappe's got some space here with Davies to work with. Davies just has a lot of space that he can walk into. Does make a couple twists and turns. Kruketa cancels here. Directional bridge does heel to heel. A lot of skill moves being used right now by Oliver. Maybe heating up a little bit, but doesn't really get there into the dangerous position in and around the box. So the skill moves were nice, but unfortunately not really getting anything of it. And this looks like it's about to go 3-0. CR7 makes the goal. And just in two quick consecutive passes, it's just 3-0 to Umut. Really a rough day at the office for Oliver, who started off so greatly in this tournament, winning his first 3 games, but now looking like he's about to lose his 3rd consecutive game as well. Umut really strong here. 2 games played against Shells and Oliver, 9-0 right now in goal difference against those 2 opponents. Leipzig looking really dangerous today in this final day of the group stage. Mbappe here just in possession. Pressure is being applied by Oliver, but looks like Umut is just waiting for him to fully commit, which Oliver can't really do, and just playing out of it pretty easily. And Davies here, just to Maldini, and looks like, unfortunately, Leipzig is going to take the first PlayStation leg in this matchup. Razzy will have to fight the way back for Team Gullit, especially in order to get the first seed, actually, because I think if Leipzig beat, if Gaucho manages to somehow beat Razzy as well, I think they could go past us in this case, and that would mean that regarding other results, Team Gullit would end up second in this group. But that is something that we can't really tell because we, and when I say we, I'm not really included in being able to watch the score lines of the other games. No, my production team is really paying attention to the other games now, probably as well. And Umut here, dancing in the box, directional bridge, body feint, everything. But it is what it is right now for this game, unfortunately. And Umut just trying to seek this one out. Probably going to do the same versus Shells, just keep the ball for a bit and then look for a pull-it-through pass, actually. Let's see if Oliver can at least get something going for him. Here we can see R9, Kruketa cancel, and he just loses the ball. Is it a throw-in? Yeah, it is a throw-in. So this will probably be the last attack that we can see from Oliver. Loses the ball. And Umut just right now will probably keep the ball, put it out of play. Gets the 3-0 victory. Is Umut. You can see him probably fist bumping either the Gaucho or his teammate, or his coach, I should say. And tough loss for Oliver. I don't think he's had a single shot on target, unfortunately. So Oliver is probably happy that he can go to sleep tonight, knowing that today was not his best day, so it can only get better tomorrow. I have to take the positives from it. Yesterday played an excellent tournament, and today he just had a A little bit less of his gameplay brought with him, but I'm sure he'll be back tomorrow with his finer form. And he can now just sit back and watch what Rasvan does versus their Gaucho. Because like I said, not always, if your seeding is first, you will end up playing a more favorable matchup. These group stages, it's always like barely anyone can beat them or can win them all. It's just in order. You want to get through to the quarterfinal, then everything can happen. Even the less favored teams could end up beating the highly favored teams. So if you end up being first or second, it doesn't really matter. But we should be back in like 15 minutes or so, because I think they're starting in like every half hour. So Romanians, gather, because he will need you. Big boy Razvan Puiu, I should say Puiu, I think. The Capra of Romania. I'll be right back. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel for future content, obviously. And tomorrow, put on the notification bell so you know when we're going live with the quarterfinal. But just right now, we're going to wait for the last moment. And then we might stay a little bit more longer live to just tell you who we're about to match as well. So stay tuned for that.